Here we go. I got a little tech tip for you. I know you can't see me, but listen. We're going to change a peep sight. The tools that I'm going to use is a string separator, yet my case knife, some nylon serving string, and a lighter, and of course a peep sight. This is for my girlfriend's bow, so we're going to make it pink. What we're going to change is the old tube style peep sight. See if I can get this done by myself. We're going to change the old tube style peep sight out with the round meta peep, and I'm going to show you all how to do that. First thing you're going to do is you're going to take your knife, and I've already done that step, is take the serving off. Okay, and an easy way to do this to make sure that it's going to be right for her is you take it and you mark the center in that peep sight with a Sharpie. I done made my mark, so what I'm going to do, I'm going to take my string separator, insert it between the gap, spread the string out, pop it out, let it run freely. Okay, now just take the peep sight, and this does take a little bit of thinking sometimes on which way to put the peep sight in, but you just slip it between the two strings like so. Let go of the string separator. Find your mark on your Sharpie, push it up. Now if it's a little too tight, you can take your string separator, relieve some pressure, and do it that way. Okay, that's another way to do it, and you might have a peep sight that may fray your strings. But we got the peep sight where we want it, right there. Alright, move that out of the way for right now while we cut our serving. You're going to need a piece. I usually get some a little longer, about 18-20 inches. You're going to have a lot of excess. You just snip it off and burn it. And I just go ahead and burn one end, that way it won't burn the ends, that way it doesn't fray while you're doing this. Make it a little easier. Okay, but you're going to have a tail. Then you're going to have the string. You have about an 8-inch tail. And you leave that one set on top. You're going to take 6 to 8, depending on what you like. And you know, I don't want you to serve your peep sight in 100 times before you find out what you like. But I like doing 8. So that's 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm going to do 5, and then I'm going to tighten it up. Okay, and you can see how I like that. Just pull and bring it in. Okay, and that's 5 wraps. 6, 7, pull it tight. 8, pulled tight. Now you're going to take your tail. Oop. Alright, so that's 8 wraps pulled tight. You're going to take your tail that you had and you're going to lay it across the peep sight. You're going to take more wraps. Wrap over that tail, because this is going to be how you tie your knot, your serving knot. So that's 1, and you're going to do 8 more wraps. Or if you want to do 6, you can just do 6. But you got to start out just kind of, if you keep doing 8, 8, 8, 8, it'll help keep stuff even, and might just look a little more appealing. But if you do 8 and do 6, it's not going to matter. Your knot's still going to get tight. 1, 2, 3. You can do 4, and then I'm going to pull it tight. Just pull the, not your tail, just pull the other string, because you're going to pull your tail a little bit later. That makes 5, 6, 7, and 8. Pull tight. Okay, notice that kind of cinched up. I wish I had a different color, but this is an instructional to do what you got at the house. Take your tail again and flip it back up because you don't want to wrap that no more. Go. I do 8 more. 1, 2, 3, 4. Pull tight. 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, so now I did 8, folded the tail down towards the bottom cam, did 8, up back to the top cam, and I did 8. Now you gotta wrap it, and then you're gonna wrap. You can start on the left or right, but from the direction I was traveling, I'm gonna start on the bottom strand, wrap that, or start on the top, I'm sorry. I'm going to wrap around the top probably 3 to 4 times, just however many it kind of takes to get it where it looks even. This one will probably do 3. Yep, I'm going to do 3. And then when you go back, you go through the bottom of the peep sight because you're going to pull this string back and set it in that little peep sight seat. Alright, now we're going to take and just wrap the peep sight a couple times. 2 will be fine, just to kind of keep it from sliding. Oop. Okay, when we make the wrap around the peep sight, make 1 wrap, then come back through this top side. Okay, you get it tight and you try to keep it in that back rail, and you're going to want to try to pull the long string through there, and you'll see it set in that little groove. Hold your peep sight so it don't move. Alright, now you're in that groove. On the opposite side of where you were weaving, because you did weaved one down there, now you want to weave one on the opposite side on the bottom. We're going to do that 3 times. 1, 2, 3. Okay, now we're going to go over and catch both strands. See how we got both strands? 2, 3, 4. Push them up. Push them up, up, up. Now pull tight. You see how they cinch down? That's 4. We'll make 5, 6, 7, 8. Push them. Cinch them up tight. Now we're going to continue to go over. We went over the string. Okay, now we just hold it and hold that tight to hold pressure on the serving we have already pushed up. Okay, now we're going to grab it and run it back through the string and form a loop. We ran that string back up through the loop, and we're going to do that 8 times. 1, 2, that's 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Alright, now we're with this tail, we're going to lay it back up towards the top cam. Now we're going to take the loop that we have created and just spin it on the string. And now that we went over that, and that should allow you to wrap that 8 times. And just lay them next to each other when you're wrapping. Okay, now we got that wrap. Pulled out. We're going to take this tag in and pull it up. Now we have tied the peep sight. Now what we got to do is we're going to have to cinch it tight. You can take your case knife, wrap it 3 or 4 times if you got enough. An Allen wrench will work. You're going to pull this top strand of serving. We're going to want to pull it down. And then you'll see the serving just tighten up inside itself. Okay, then you're going to take it and you got this tag. Cut it 1/4 of an inch away or so, because you're going to burn that and singe it off. Take that little tag, burn it into itself. You might want to lick your finger first if the heat's going to bother you. Shut your knife again. And this is kind of why I use a little longer string. I'm going to pull this one to the top cam. Like I said, an Allen wrench will work just the same. Open knife back up. Now your tag's probably going to be on the opposite side. Going to cut that. Burn it back into itself. Now you've tied a peep sight, replacing the other one without a bow press. It should save you a trip to the bow shop. If your string's not lining up right, you're going to have to turn your D-loop a little bit. Turn it the opposite way if it needs to go. So if this one needs to roll back this way, I want to turn my D-loop that way. So I'm going to move it. Whenever you knock an arrow and pull it, now it's laying straight when you pull on the D-loop. If you're just doing this to save you a trip, next time you do go to the bow shop, you can have them press it and put a twist or take a twist out of your string until your peep sight rotates the way it needs to go. But I hope this has been helpful, and until the next video, God bless.